We talked to Jeff,
Was that, well, last, Gary Endoff talked to him last, the push bumper and the cages on back order. The push bumper possibly was supposed to come in, was supposed to be shipped on the 3rd of April, but this is all COVID stuff, I mean, this is not,
No, okay.
so we're still.
Not dealer stuff or anything.
No, they want to sell that car in the worst way.
Oh, I know.
They're not messing around on purpose, but it's just, I think, well, the factories were closed for how long? Minimum 3 months. In some states, they were closed longer, so,
Yeah,
I mean, that's where we're at with that. It's, all the stuff that the radios and everything they have all, I don't know how far they're installed, but it's, Gary Endoff talked to him last, and I talked to Gary yesterday. The gentleman stopped in early last week and was looking at the push bar on the one police car, and then we were talking about that. I said, just expedite it as fast as you can. I mean, this is good. We need it quick, so.
yeah, cause we're down to one old car and,
And half another one.
all right. Okay, we're gonna talk about the trees on the wire, the tree on the wire up here on West Main Street, or East Main Street. I talked to the fire chief, he can't do anything about it. We don't have the right equipment to handle it. Okay, you don't have the knowledge that like West Penn would have or Comcast would have. Okay, from what I understand, we did call Comcast, Verizon, and West Penn
Several times.
several times.
Numerous people have called.
Yeah,
Numerous.
okay, so we did our due diligence.
And it also isn't like the power company and the Comcast trucks go up and down that hill how many times a day and
You're
see
right.
that, so it's not just all,
Right.
you know, we see
Well,
it too.
they
I
asked
mean,
me if
it's
there
bad,
power.
don't get me wrong, but
They
it's gotta
said,
be
is there a
handled by the
power
proper
outage?
people.
No,
It's gotta be handled by the proper people.
Right.
But fiber optic cable, somebody goes cuts that by themselves, cuts a fiber optic cable,
That's right.
that's tens of thousands of dollars.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's, I
You
mean,
know,
it's
our
a
borough
bad
crew's
thing.
not touching it, the
It's
firemen
gonna
aren't
keep
touching
on.
it.
Nope,
I want nobody electrocuted if it is a power one, too.
nope.
You know,
there was a similar circumstance up on North Fourth Street, probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm serious, it took 6 months before they finally came and took care of it.
West Penn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause first thing they ask, is there a power outage? No, it might fall on someone's car, it's
Yeah.
caught in these wires, I
Right.
don't know what wires they are, if it's telephone or, but when you call the one and they say it's the phone, when you call the phone, they say it's the power
Right.
company, so,
Well, the one up on Fourth Street is being, one of the big pines being cut as we speak today. And, that one fell on my car with the snow, and then
yeah.
we lost power if you recall.
Mhm.
But when I was getting some of my trees removed, I said to the big guy from West Penn, I said, look at that tree down there. He said, yeah, what about it? I said, if that tree falls, I said, it's gonna take out the house across the street. He said, that's not my problem. I said, why not? He said, it's not in high tension wire. So the branches were going through the underlying wiring. But he said, if it's in high tension wire, we'll take care of it, but it's not. So that's more or less how the attitude they have.
all right, we've done everything we could on that.
Call Get Marty or somebody.
What was I doing?
Call TV station or something.
Yeah,
We could.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe they would bring some attention to it and then somebody would finally come.
Right,
You know, but that's gonna be precarious, because first you're gonna have to do traffic control, cause it's right on that, you know, right when you come around the
yeah,
bend. it's
well,
like a
they
highway.
would shut the whole road
PennDOT
down.
has to be notified.
Yeah.
We'll have a cherry paper up there.
Mhm.
Might be a plan, we might have to call somebody.
Yeah.
And we did all we could.
All right, the secretary, treasurer position, we're doing a couple interviews tomorrow evening. We got like 20, resumes in.
What you want, 8?
We
Yeah.
got more in this week,
Yeah.
well, the end of last week after I had talked to him.
Yeah, I got them in the mail, I keep getting them on on the internet, yeah.
I know, I directed people on Facebook, you send it to where the directions.
Yeah, they weren't doing it. They were
I
just
know,
doing
and
it
I
on
went back
Facebook.
on there, I said, do not send it to me, you send it to Chaskaras and Comcast, I'm not looking at these.
No.
Well, what do you, what do you think, how are you interviewing them when nobody else has looked at them?
Well, we have a committee.
Okay,
Are we allowed to have 4 or 5 people on the committee?
well, I'm just asking questions.
Right.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Well, I think what he's saying is we're gonna interview them, the three of us, narrow it down to probably the final 2.
Why is that a choice just for 2 people?
No, no,
Okay.
They're gonna narrow it down.
narrow,
Well,
and then
I'd
those
like
people
to
would all
s-
come before council.
Well, I'd like to see the whole field, truthfully, before.
Well, I thought that was the whole point for it to do on the committee, so
I
we didn't
never
drag
agreed with the whole
20
committee
people
thing
through
anyway.
here.
This is all, I think council should have a shot to at least look at the things and interview who they want.
I think so too, if that's
Well,
what you want,
well,
we
Yeah,
can
she
do
she
that.
has them all.
You
I mean, this is not, this is an important decision that
No, I know.
the 2, 3 people, this needs to be made by the whole council, not just,
That's fine.
No,
Yeah,
What
that's,
other people?
that's not an issue.
it's, well, I don't want it to be an issue, I want, you know, I wanna see the resumes and stuff, and then we'll decide, and
I'll
Well,
give
I'll
you,
get
I'll
together
give
and
you
do-
staff
Council
to
as
cover
whole
them,
could
copy
narrow
them
it
all.
down to 3 candidates.
Right, I think
Like we
council,
do-
I think council's whole
like we
needs
do
to
like the police.
be in on all of it.
This is a different situation.
This
What
isn't
you're
a
talking
grass
about is
cutter.
Totally different from the police.
No, we always interviewed all the police, that's what George is saying.
You know, whenever I hire
should look
police,
at
we all,
everybody.
everybody was there.
Yeah.
No, if that's the way you want it, I mean, we can
Well,
do it.
no, I mean, when you formed a committee to put some guidelines down of how you were gonna advertise and, you know, get that out there, but
Yeah, but whenever we
Council
did
as a
it
whole
before,
should-
everybody got every
Right,
resume
that's
was
what I'm-
sent.
That's what I
Everybody
Okay,
got
I'm
it.
sorry.
I didn't know that. I didn't
That
know
makes sense.
That's how we did it for years, and
But-
that's always been.
That's
done.
fine.
And
But
then,
I, in all fairness to the three of us,
Mhm.
I did ask for guidance on that.
Right.
Well, yeah, you did fine, but now.
No, I don't mean the three, I mean, I did ask for guidance on what we had to do to follow this through with council.
if a
Okay.
committee meets, you just have to make sure you don't have 4, you can't have a quorum.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. they're not-
That's
Well,
why there's only, that's why we
So
have
if you're
three.
just looking at applications, or you're not making any decisions, you're just.
Right, now, we got a resume, and you guys we'll copy them, I'll give them to Cam to copy and hand out. But one that said, I like people, I'd be perfect for the job, and that was her resume. Now, that one I pretty much is found,
Yeah,
okay?
so, yeah, I get that.
And there were very limited, who had absolutely any accounting experience, any QuickBook experience.
Right.
Nobody had, any type of government experience whatsoever.
No.
And so, no, we weren't trying to hide or pick and choose.
I know
anything,
that,
George.
but
No.
We
it's
were
just
just
the way it
leaving
needs,
out
this
the-
is more important than the grass cutter. This
Oh,
is-
absolutely.
this needs
I
to go.
agree with you.
We all need all.
So you were weeding people out that really didn't meet the minimum requirements.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
but before you hold interviews, I still think that all councils should have.
Then we're gonna have to have a whole evening in order
Well,
to
just send the resumes out to everybody.
bring that many people.
Yeah.
wait a minute. No offense to anybody here at all, but I think I should look at them.
Yes.
I mean, there's not a one of you that knows what I do, that what that job entails. There's nobody, I would say the closest person is George, who would know more about what I do. I mean, you know, I'd like to have a little bit of input.
I agree.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you, so you
Well, I
can
mean,
copy.
besides being the
Yeah, I think-
retiring secretary, I'm still a taxpayer here in the borough. So I,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'd like to have a little bit of input.
I think you
I'd like to
should-
see them.
I think you should sit in on the interview myself.
Well, I kind of thought that would,
Well,
I
I
mean,
I would like that.
no, I
But you
just
can
like,
ask
I'd like to
questions.
see what you're working with
And
here.
maybe nobody else can ask.
Mhm.
Well,
But
You know, we'd be very wise, but.
you know, I mean, it would be, in an ideal world, would have had somebody with government or municipal experience to apply. But obviously, that's not gonna
No,
happen. That
we
did
did
not
not.
happen.
No, we didn't, out of 20 resumes, we, no one,
And then
Not
in the
one.
second perfect world, if somebody with a lot of accounting experience or extensive
do have that.
accounting
yeah, we had a few of
experience,
them.
experience,
Mhm.
but then you gotta get down to the kind of person that you're looking at.
Mhm.
The kind of person that's gonna be able to sit in that office and take shit from people every single day.
Absolutely.
And it not only is there, it's here. You know, you gotta have somebody got some really thick skin that can dish it out. You know, and once again, I'm just laying everything out on the line. I've had more than my share of the 31 years. I've had some terrible things done to me, but I hung in there. You know, whether that's up to somebody else too, but, you know, it's just a whole lot, like, it's kind of, I'm not saying this, just, you gotta have somebody who's gonna be able to take it. You know, I had someone today just like rip me a new butt, somebody that is my neighbor, over their sewer bill, you know, but you have to get it, you have to, you know, rolls off your skin and you go on with it.
However you wanna do it's fine with me.
You know,
Also, if all the council's there who wants to participate, that's less interviews for the people too. I mean, you don't wanna call the same person back 3 or 4 times, you know, one interview should be sufficient, maybe 2, probably at least 2.
Probably two, you do the initial and then if we weed it down to the last or final, probably 2
Well,
or
we'll
3,
probably have
you
other
usually come
questions
down.
as time goes on too for them, yeah. Yeah, but I think everybody should get the most, except for the really dumb ones.
you know,
Yeah, that's pretty much said.
We also need the resumes, and then whenever you're having interviews, that everybody should be there.
I bet
Wants
this
to be
lady
there.
that called me the other day, she said, I don't know, she was just chit chatting, I said that I was retired, she said, well, I'd like to have your job. I said, really? Really? And she says, yeah, I like people. How do I apply? Where do I apply?
That's
Where
exactly
do I
what that
put
one
it?
said.
Yeah, where do I put it in the application?
That's what people
I said,
think,
You know,
Hmm.
here, look at that, and I'll tell you all the.
Okay, so I'm gonna give all these to you, Pam. This isn't all of them, this is just all I have with me tonight.
Well, I know, I think that what George is saying too, if you know, you don't have to bring all, you don't want to see all 20, do you?
No, heck no, we just want to see the resumes, and then
Well, that's what I'm
We'll
saying,
see
we
what you
want
say.
all 20 resumes.
yeah, we can do that after, when we're done here.
that's fine,
Do
Yeah.
you want all the resumes?
yeah. We'd have to really.
No, just the pertinent one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't,
I'll
I
take, I
don't
trust,
have all those.
Brenda, we trust your judgment, but.
Yeah, no,
Don't get
that's
these up
fine.
here wrong, guys.
I don't have the ones with me for tomorrow night.
I think I do that.
There's 2 in this
Yeah,
here.
I have them for tomorrow night,
Okay,
so. Yeah, you can look at them.
So you already scheduled these interviews for
yeah,
tomorrow
I
night?
can call and reschedule.
Are you available, Pam? Come on in.
Tuesday night?
And where we schedule them.
No, you know what, no, just
No,
go, do what you're
Yeah,
doing.
we're scheduling.
Just do what
No,
you're doing.
we'll figure out a day
No, they need to be scheduled.
that at least the most of us can.
And truthfully, it's easier on them too to do 1 or 2, you know, cause, you know, just make it easy on the people.
Yeah, the only thing with the resumes, George, and you know this yourself, that you can blow yourself up all you
Oh,
want, but when you
trust
talk to
me, yeah.
them, they're a total idiot.
Right.
You know, my mommy patted me on the back and told me I was really smart and I could be whatever I wanna be when I grow up.
I've seen a lot of false resumes in my time.
Yes,
No, no.
Here and my place.
Do you have a set of questions that you're asking?
I have some listed, yes I
Oh,
do.
you do?
I remember with,
Okay,
they're in folder for tomorrow night.
okay.
So I will call them, tell them we're gonna reschedule, and I'll bring everything down to you tomorrow.
No, don't reschedule. Proceed what you're doing. Don't go backwards, go forwards.
Go forward.
Go forward, yeah.
And we'll just
Absolutely,
re-interview them.
go
That's what-
forward.
That's what they do forward.
Yeah, I need it.
Cause I'm sure other
It's
whole
not
councils
uncommon.
need for.
You know that, it's not uncommon, 2, 3 interviews.
No,
It's
maybe
really
normally
not.
you have at least 2.
Yeah, always at least have 2.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
And
definitely.
sometimes 3.
yes.
I made you that pen.
3. I'm gonna say the first one was, at that time, there were 9 people on council. I'm gonna say it was like half, and then 3/4 of the, my last interview was with the whole council.
That's all.
Okay, moving on then. those stains on Vernon Drive, you know what that's from,
I
anybody?
do not, I'd love to know what that is, it looks awful.
Okay, it
It's on
goes up and
Vernon
then it
Drive,
comes
it's
right
on
back down.
Collinsburg Road.
No
Oh, is that
clue.
along Collinsburg Road too?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that was the garbage man.
I don't know, some garbage,
I mean, that is a long trail.
garbage truck juice, so boy.
It goes way up into the water company pull
Remember we had that about 5 years ago, there was a truck, garbage truck was leaking all over town. But it wasn't that, it was like oily stuff that.
off. Yeah, this here's heavy duty stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
the rain hasn't washed it off.
Yeah, I know, I seen that on the,
Does it go into Collinsburg?
yeah, it goes all the way down Collinsburg Road.
I wanna say 6 or 7 months ago, I wanna say, kerosene truck leaked the whole way up into Voyager.
That would do,
Wow.
that would go away.
That's the only thing I can
Usually
think
it
of.
dilutes from the rain and
Yeah, it'll be
snow.
long,
Yeah,
but
that's
kerosene
the only thing I can think
evaporates.
of.
on
Well,
the
it was like
dilute.
kerosene, it was like a tarish, it was weird. They said it was kerosene, I don't know if that's
It's
true,
possible, yeah.
but that was a while ago now.
All right, anybody knows anything? All
Yeah,
right.
I was wondering that.
Grass cutters,
Put it out there, I haven't had anybody really, come forward yet,
What's the minimum age?
18.
18.
all right.
What's their rate of pay?
I'm not sure what we agreed on.
I think it's what, 13, 14,
$14,
Yeah.
In that area? Okay, in case somebody asks. Okay.
Yeah, that number's like $14.
We're not stingy for, you know,
We should make a
cutting grass.
Are you?
Elliot, you know,
Me and Elliot.
talk to you.
You know, just keep in mind, I mean, if you get approached by somebody,
Yeah, 18, yeah.
keep in mind, it's not just grass cutting, weed whacking.
There'll be some paving.
There'll be spotters, maybe if we're doing some in-house paving, you know, it's not someone sitting on a tractor for a couple
Right.
of days. So just keep that in mind,
Okay.
because I've heard some things and, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of work. I mean, and-
Summer,
Oh,
it's tough in the summer.
and for $14 an hour, you know, we wanna get a bang for our buck, and we want these people to work.
Right. All right. Okay, our grant for $245,192.60. Everyone know about that?
Yeah, here's the,
Okay.
paper.
All right, we need more guidelines on that. So what we, if we can buy, like playgrounds or, no?
No, Brendan, you wanna report on that, Brendan, I said on a webinar,
Yes, we said it last Tuesday, PSAB had a webinar on this money. They said that as of now, there are no guidelines, we will receive half in June of this year,
Right.
half in June of next. They're gonna offer their next one in 4 weeks and see if they don't have more information to share with us. But as of right now, they do not have any guidelines yet on how we can spend it. So,
well, we're gonna do that one next Thursday, the 15th, that's the
with
county.
the county,
Yeah,
yes.
we're gonna get some information from the county, and from what I read, that's basically gonna be like a round table, kind of throwing things from other municipalities, what they're going to do with the monies. It's looking like it's infrastructure use, water and sewer projects, there's broadband is the big thing, you know, something with
I don't know
that.
how we would do that.
So,
Small businesses, nonprofits and industry.
So if we get the money, we can't spend it till we figure out how they allow us to spend it.
Right, the
Yeah.
state has no idea yet on how we're gonna be able to spend it, so we're gonna get it, but we're gonna,
Give it a
it's,
gift and then you can-
it's just a teaser. Here
Everyone
we
wants the
go.
government to take care of it, and here we go,
Yeah.
looking for all this money, no, it's
And we're only getting half of it this year, and
You
another
can't
half
spend it,
next
doesn't
year.
matter.
Right, but you are gonna have some big decisions to make.
Oh, I
with that
know,
money.
yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, once we find out what we can spend.
Yeah,
it.
Right.
what, how you can spend it, how you're going to bank it, how you're going to fund it. I'm coming up with all times before I go, but,
Yeah.
and my predecessor.
Don't bank on the county for them.
No.
They can't get a code right.
Um,
Mayor,
I sat in on a webinar about the bridge, they had sent out an email, so I just listened in on it. So, I mean, I don't know if, there was a webinar, they were just going over pretty much everything, cause I asked him, I said, well, George Malovich is the person on our council, and they says, yeah, we did talk to George. And I said, well, okay, I just wanted to listen in just to see if anything else changed, but they were just going over things again, and they just said, well, like, is this public information? And they said, well, you know, you have to wait till everything is finalized before you can really say that this is gonna be this, that, and
Right.
the other, cause there's still some questions about certain things, so.
Contact Barry
But
Lyons
they did
tomorrow to
say-
find out why we
Why not?
weren't included in
That's
that.
it.
They sent out an email.
That's unusual for
I
them
didn't
not to
know.
include me.
I did nothing.
It was just I mean, it wasn't, it was just, I'm trying to think what the email said. I think it was for the people, well, you were there at that meeting last year, Pam, or the year before.
Yep. sure was.
I have no idea, but I mean, it was just a rehash of everything that everybody knew already.
Yeah.
But I just said, well,
Well, they were supposed to have a big one for the people and for like the fire companies.
yeah, that's
and-
not, they didn't do that.
Okay, that's, okay,
They
that's
didn't
not,
do that.
okay.
I just saw it on my email and I thought, I'm just gonna zoom in, and that was like April.
Everybody call Patsy. what's
I think it
going
was April first or something. Or no, March 31st, I think it was. Anyway, I just said, well, if there's something that the community wanted that your project would not include, then that would mean the borough would have to come up with the money, is that correct? And they said yes.
on? No, yeah, that's.
So, I mean, I don't know if any of this money coming forth, if there's anything that they're not gonna do that we feel would be good, maybe that's something we could use with the bridge.
The only thing I would
But
say-
they definitely said that they couldn't make a separate bicycle. I
Yeah,
mean, you would just
Mark
have to
said that.
use the,
Well, they're gonna repair it, but they can't make, engineeringly, they can't make it no wider.
I know
Because
that
the
Mark
historic-
was a mess right now, I'm surprised it hasn't been shut down.
yeah. But they're gonna
It's
definitely
scary.
make it stronger and they're gonna restore it back to, like, when they did those repairs the last time, it wasn't exactly how that bridge was constructed, they just reinforced. So what they're gonna do is they're going to take it back to how it was originally meant to be constructed, which will make it sturdier.
Yeah, with no,
And they
no weight
don't wanna
restrictions.
add on anything else, cause they're trying to lighten the weight of
Right.
the bridge.
Alright.
So that's all I had there. And then, due to some unfortunate circumstances in our family, I just didn't get to do anything much with the grant, to look into the radios for Paul, but it's still not too late. So Pam, if you're willing, I am going to try to, if you could help me with this, because it shouldn't be as complicated since there's no construction involved. It's just simply equipment, because I'm trying to get the police radios and of course Paul's radio with the USDA, because they cover 75%. So the money that we already earmarked, you know, would cover our percentage. So I'll try to do that. As far as the other grant, I just simply cannot do it.
I believe
It's just too complicated, and I'm just not in the right frame of mind.
You know what that's, I looked at that too, that's professional.
Oh my God, that's like
crazy.
way over the top, and it's so, competitive.
I mean, that's what that's what it's pulling out of the cool.
Is that all you have there?
Yep, that's all.
Okay. Pam, what you working on?
Retirement.
A little bit too soon for that.
No, not really. Well, auditor's been there, that's been same as it always is.
No, it's all there, yeah.
Yeah, it's been interesting. She's so sweet, but she's young and she really, she picks everything apart, which we want them to do, you know, to make sure that we, you know, like with our fixed assets and all that kind of stuff. And it's good, but I do want to, and I didn't have an opportunity to do it, I'm gonna schedule an electronic recycling event.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we'll do that in May. You know, Brenda has this question here, I am looking into, getting some figures on, some just different things that she was looking at, some office things, that's about it.
Okay. I'll go into committee then. Brenda, is Sean back with us or no?
Pardon me?
Sean back with us?
No. I'm planning on bringing him back the 1st of May. It's just getting nice, and so I think it's only fair, these people are getting outside, starting to work. give him a chance to get
Yep.
cleaned up and everything before we bring him back and start warnings and fines. Also, my training with Pro Champs was supposed to be last week, and they called me that morning and said they were downloading and adding a new database, which will also include just vacant properties, not just the foreclosed properties. So that'll give us an even bigger tool. And then I went digging from there, and I found out that we have another ordinance that we can actually aim at buildings like the 5 and 10. And where we can, when I find the owners, or whoever's holding it,
Right, banks or whatever.
we send them a letter. They have X amount of days to either clean it up or schedule demolition if the demolition is necessary. If they do not follow through on that, we can fine them $300 a day.
Wow.
So, I could have used that all last year, but I had no clue. I just happened to go digging for some other stuff and I found it. So, we should be able to go full bang this summer with a lot of the information I've been able to gather, with Pro Champs being on our side.
Mhm.
I really think we're gonna be able to get rid of that this year.
Good.
And that is my big aim, is to get rid of that this year.
All right. Okay, is that all you have?
That's it.
Okay. Dan, streets? You good?
Yeah, we had a problem up on Broadway. My understanding is the contract for the water company for street cutting ended the 31st of March. And new contractors coming in, came in at April 1. Daniels was the contractor for the water company. They did some work up on Broadway. When they patched the street, it's not according to our ordinance, it's not acceptable. I had Lou call and complain to the water company. We haven't heard back from them. My understanding, Aluminum's gonna be the new contractor for the water company as of April 1st. We've dealt with him, he's
Yeah, he's a
Pretty
very
good.
good company.
so, hopefully we won't have this problem, but we do have a complaint into the water company because the patching wasn't done according to our ordinance. Under recreation, since Tony's not here, as you, I don't know if you see the ball fields, but they're looking real good.
Yeah, that fencing work is nice.
They're painting the dugouts, orange and green down there, so yacht colors, which is nice, but they're looking real good. I'm gonna, probably in the meeting, ask for a vote to council to use the trailer in our dump for the Avenue of Flags, and that's gonna be on a Saturday. And the borough crew will volunteer their time, but, I'll bring it up at a meeting in May 8th, to use our trailer, our equipment for the Avenue of Flags.
Is the public invited yet?
To the Avenue of Flags?
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, they weren't last year, were they?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, May 8th, yeah, at 9 o'clock.
No, it's like,
Then-
twice they booked last year.
We put 60 up
Yeah,
there.
they just threw and stuff.
All we did is put up coming through the entranceway, but we're going full force. this year.
Everyone's
Yeah, but
invited.
young volunteers are needed.
Yeah, especially on that pole truck.
Pole thing,
Everybody on the pole
Young
truck's
folks.
around, average age about 70. So.
Yeah.
Dan, the only thing that I would ask is when that motion is made, that you be very, very clear about volunteer time this year. So we don't have.
Oh, yes, well, that's already,
Well, just so we don't have a recurring
we
problem.
will not, I already discussed that, because we had a meeting last Wednesday, at Avenue Flag. So, yeah, but that'll have to be brought for a vote, just to use the equipment for one day, actually, for taking it down
Take it
to.
down too, so.
Yeah, we're gonna need more people this year because of, we won't have the school
Yep, schools
You
all
know, that,
the
I
time.
tell you what, them kids, man, they chew them things up quick.
Mhm.
We're not gonna have them unless they come on their own time to volunteer, but, so we won't, that's why we're doing one Saturday. We're gonna leave them up one more week longer this year.
This will make a motion to take, put up and take down.
Yeah,
So we don't have to
yeah,
go back.
I'll make it all one motion. Under recreation, since Tony's not here, we need to, replenish the padding of those, recreational equipment down at the pond. I mean, it's very thin. You know, the rubber is so expensive, so we'd have to go with the wood chips. So, I don't know, maybe we could, if with that grant, maybe we could, it's not gonna be,
We're not gonna be able to use it this year, maybe we'll look in and get some prices anyhow.
well, yeah,
Reimburse ourselves later. So much here.
I mean, if that would be an allowable expense.
that would,
Yeah, but when?
Right.
cause
Yeah.
that,
You're gonna get it in June.
Okay.
We might be looking at-
You're gonna have in June this year, half in June 22.
we might be looking at $10,000-15,000 maybe, you know, when it's all said and done, I don't know. Just for the chips.
$245,000.
Pardon me?
We're gonna get $245,000.
Yeah, well, I'm saying this could be something maybe we could use a little bit of that money for. But the material has to be approved by the state, so we can't just go put wood chips down.
Right, the depth and everything.
Depth, yes. So just keep that in mind, I mean, we actually should, you know, address that kind of down the road here for,
Okay.
and I think that's all I have. If anybody has any questions for me?
Yeah, Dan. So what's the deal? Who is supposed to be checking these jobs that they're only putting 4 inches of asphalt in? Who's supposed to be checking them?
Our road supervisor, and/or our engineer. You know, we could do a core cut, but, you know, our engineer could go do a core cut.
Because, you know, I know you got the same phone call I got.
Yeah, but my phone call I got was a little stronger than yours.
Yeah, I know. I'm tired of hearing it.
There was some,
Yeah,
F-bombs flying
yeah.
around.
I got them, same ones.
Yeah, so, but, you know, I mean, a core cut would, I mean, they did it faster, I mean, because that was the last day that they had the contract for the water company. So they just patched them holes real
Well,
quick.
Chip-
But by the time I got the phone call, I went up to Broadway, and they were out there that quick. I mean, between, you know,
I know.
so,
But-
so we
and-
did complain to the water company.
Yeah, they got-
I'm just saying, and he said he has a video that Lou just pulled up in the truck and never even got out of the truck. So I'm just telling you ahead of time, he's coming next week.
No, good, have him come. I'm not afraid of it.
I know, but I'm just saying,
You know,
he's making it, you know what I mean, he's making it sound like we're just letting everything slide.
and which, you know, he does good work for us, okay? And he saved us a lot of money. But, I mean, there's a wrong way and a right way to go about things. That's all I can say.
Okay, I have a bid here from Barbera Electric, the gym people dropped it off. They need a new 200 amp service and 30 circuit panel to be located at the bottom of the steps. Pulling 100 amp circuit for existing stage panel. Move the meter to outside location. That's gonna come to 3,200. Okay, write that down, we need to add all this up here. They wanna replace 9 existing gym lights with LED fixtures, which they should. Material is $1,900, and the labor is $1,200. For a total of, yeah, 3,100. Okay, for outside, for the festival use, you want to install a new service cable and disconnect on service for the festival located on the gym building. Okay, that's $1,100.
1,100?
1100, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Roger.
Thank you.
Come on, Brenda, one more.
Okay.
In an unrelated, thing, not to the gym, for the Western Police Department, they wanna replace existing panel in the police barracks and add 2 new circuits for electric heaters for a total of $1,800
What's that at?
down the, police station.
And who asked for that?
This is from Barbera Electric.
That's what we heard for that.
Nobody ever mentioned anything about that?
That's interesting.
wait, say it again.
Not me either.
Job at the West New Police Department, replace existing panel in police barracks, add 2 new circuits for electric heaters.
Electric heaters.
Is that a whole new heating system put in down there? 'Cause upstairs has always been 2 watt.
Yeah. You roast up there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know who did this or what, but
Well, the electric panel, I do know about the electric panel, but I gotta think about that.
okay.
How
Yeah,
is it-
yeah, Jeff Hall stuffed up the store and said he was gonna get prices on all this. Now, whether we approve it or whether we, you know, it's gonna be up to us, I guess. I don't know if they'll be here next Monday.
Oh, bless you.
I think they have like 5,500.
Well, that would be an upgrade for them, because I see the way they wired up for these festivals and stuff, and
Yeah,
that's
that's a
scary.
Mm,
I'm surprised they don't have wire up there.
Why don't you
Kidding.
take the money, they have 6,000, does everybody have their, treasurer's?
Well, it's like 5,500 or
Yeah.
something.
More, even more than that, there's
Oh, really?
probably 6 grand in there, why don't you use that money to do
Right.
that if you like?
Right.
But there's something about that panel box upstairs that's connected to something that's downstairs that shorts because it's old.
Well, why do they want electric heaters?
That I
He says the heating system's good.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe because you weren't there this winter, turn the heat up for them.
No, I keep it locked. They don't ever get turned here.
Here's why.
They want their own plug-in heaters.
Oh, no, that's
That's
what
what-
Solomon had the other day.
That's just a guess, I
I said
have
there
heard
are-
nothing, no.
Like, is it
Well,
heat
yeah.
or is it freezing in here? What, then I realized it was in 65.
Oh,
Yeah, that looked good.
You're freezing, you guys, it's only the
He's
fall.
sitting over there with the coat on.
Let me talk to Gary
okay.
and see what,
Electric heater.
I think we should also meet with the gym
Gym
committee
committee.
and, see what's actually necessary and, if
Yeah.
they wanna spend that money on. I know the LED lights would be a good investment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only 1,200.
And then the thing for the festival,
That's definitely,
Yeah, because that's really old.
Right.
yeah, so we
That's
we'll need that
1100.
too, but
It keeps
that wouldn't
going.
come out of the gym
It's
committee,
going circuits.
correct? That won't come out of the gym committee, no. For
why wouldn't it?
the festival?
It's used for the borough.
Yeah, but I don't think it would come out of the gym fund. Well, that's for the playground or,
does the festival
for the
have money?
festival.
I
They
mean,
have money.
Yeah, that
because
would
we
come out
didn't
of
have a
gym
festival
committee.
last year.
yeah, I
They're
understand
gonna
that.
come out of their
but
money
they-
there. That's what.
Why, we pay the bill.
How much?
What's that?
I think we pay
10?
that bill, don't we? We pay for the lights. No,
Yeah, we
I'm
pay for
sorry.
the electric.
We pay for the lights. We don't pay for that. I don't know if we pay for that. I know that I get a bill for the lights.
No, the Joyce said they paid.
They pay their own bill,
They pay their
right?
own-
Yeah, so
their
why
own.
would we pay for that? Well, why would we pay for that?
Because it's a borough's.
Oh,
It's on borough, it's a borough property.
Yeah.
We should be paying.
Yeah, I just don't want it to come out of the gym committee.
No, it should.
But some of that 200 grand come out of that for that.
Make it safe.
no, why do you keep saying that?
Wishful thinking, I'm
You
allowed
never
to wishful
know. You
thinking.
never, make your wish.
He's just saying that to get you upset.
Yeah, well, quit
I know
talking
what's
about it.
going on here.
Make your
Quit
list.
talking about it.
Make your sandwich.
The money,
Quit talking about it.
we're not gonna blow any money away.
We're not spending, you are not spending that money until we all know exactly what to
Absolutely.
do with it.
Yeah, that's why I
Brenda and I'll have more information.
Make your list.
make my list and check it
And make
twice.
your wish
Your
list,
wish list.
Yeah.
because everybody's gonna have one.
Well, the festival committee has $10,000.
But that's usually just to
Start up.
start the festival,
Or,
yeah.
yeah.
You need startup money,
Well,
because
I'm
you gotta
just
put
saying.
money for stage and all that.
Well, they
And
would
usually what
miss it.
happens is you spend 10,000, you make 10,000 back for the next year, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So
It
there's
doesn't
never
rain all
much of a
weekend.
surplus.
Well, if the weather's nice, God willing,
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, but for the gym, it would be 3,200 for the service connection and, 3,100 for the lights. So,
That's not something you have to do every year, you know.
Oh,
so
no,
it's-
yeah, once you
it's
put those
long
LEDs in,
overdue.
they're
It's
in.
long overdue.
Yeah.
And you'd save so much money on the LED lights, electricity wise,
Sure.
because they're just more energy efficient than them,
Well, you don't
sodium.
have a fire breaking out there.
All right.
Yeah.
Sewage, I guess everything's ordered and we're just waiting.
Yes.
Pumps
Yes.
and-
and
Okay.
blower.
There.
Public safety, Charlie? You have anything on food?
Officer Natale's back in
Okay.
action. He got released by his doctor,
Great.
and the doctor was the one that said that he should stay off for a couple of weeks to see how he progressed. So we got his paperwork in and he's fine. The new officer, I saw him tonight and talked to him. He was on patrol by himself. He's doing a good job. And, one fellow from Kelly works a couple days a month, one or two. He's back in the saddle now. And, so we're good on manpower. It's just,
So- Hopefully we'll be good for vacations.
yeah, and get the car, if we get the car and, the speed signs we may, I'll talk to Lou about maybe, are they still on Second Street?
Yeah.
Yes, we need to move them.
Okay.
I'll give it to Lou, see
Yeah.
where-
Yeah, if you could put one on West Main Street.
West Main?
I'm
Yeah.
not
Oh,
the
no.
secretary.
Yeah, by your place.
One on Third Street.
And we'll put one in our front yard.
Yeah.
No,
Charlie
I'm
said two
going
cars this
I know.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, drunk driving.
How do you
How do
break
you
somebody's
feel?
car
Going uphill.
going uphill?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I was picking up candy up the
See
floor.
that last
Yeah,
time?
right, don't hit
He said he
that.
was picking candy up off the floor.
I'm not.
Why would you bend over and pick up candy?
Just like our cop car,
Yeah.
you wanna go.
Right.
Yeah.
That takes time.
All right, that all you have there?
No, everything else is pretty good. Like I said, I did make some calls on that tree, but,
That's all you
I
can do?
called, he called, you called.
Yeah, I
Ken
know
called,
Pam called.
George called,
Yeah.
everybody's called.
One on top's the only one I haven't seen.
Sanitation,
That's all
everything
I
picking
got.
up there?
Everything's good. Nothing's changed.
things are
Mary,
picking up.
while I'm thinking about it, is there any way, Gary could start, enforcing the meters again? Getting bad.
Yeah. I-
There's nowhere to
well,
park on Main Street or Second.
No.
Everybody that lives around there is now just use them for their parking spots. They leave
Sure,
their
I can
cars
ask
parked
him
there
to
for
do that.
days.
Yeah, we could do that.
Absolutely.
We laid back because of the COVID, but now it's
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
to,
It's just getting old. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, what's the sense in opening? There's nowhere to even park.
Right.
Okay.
in the barber shop, you can't even get a haircut because the people that live in the apartments are
I
parked
know.
there
Well,
all
that's the
night.
same with
And now
my
they're
shop.
parking in and they
I
come out
haven't
of
even,
it.
I haven't even been open since last March, because what's the point, nobody can even park there.
There's nowhere.
Okay, we'll get with Gary.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any finance or budget concerns?
Yeah, we got lots of money.
Lots of money, too much money. Any insurance, problems?
No, sir, nothing,
We're just still there?
we're still there.
Any personnel problems we can talk about?
It's-
I have a easement grant for down by the ball field, the municipal authority is gonna put in some kind of something or another. So we'll have to pass that, I guess.
Okay.
And the mitigation, thing for the sewage that, Ryan always brings up every.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is there any business we failed to bring up at this meeting?
All the, okay.
Yes,
What's that?
those papers I gave you, right over there, right there.
See?
Yeah, those. Sam sent those to me today. He wants council to look at those and, or, he thought that Mary could shed some light on this. Is that hazard mitigation plan that Paul filled out? Well, Sam said there's so many, he has so many projects in there, it's not,
Well,
it's not sensible.
well, it's just that you put in everything that you can think of, because you're probably not gonna get anything done. They told us when we went to the seminar,
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
anything that is a potential, problem in your community, you gotta put it in there. It's not that we could pick and choose, you had to put every single thing that you identified, cause I went to the meeting, I was right there and took the whole class. And they said, write it all down, and it just has to be in there so that they know every single place where you can have a potential hazard. Because they wanna include that in the plan, how could we mitigate this if something happened? Like if a train derailed and it was carrying noxious gas, if, I don't know, if a truck came down the hill and hit a train when it was going through, like happened in the fifties, if, you know, if the river flooded and it was like really out of control. I mean, there's so many different things, and Shaw Run was in there, there's a ton of them.
Yeah.
But they wanted us to put everything, so that's what we were instructed to do.
I guess Pam's question is how much is the
Well,
engineers have to overlook all that? Is that what you're
no,
saying,
no,
Pam?
all it is you're identifying where you have potential problems, the county wants to know.
But what,
You're not doing any of these projects. If money comes available through FEMA or some other source, and the borough is interested in trying to do something to mitigate a problem that could occur over and over again, then they might choose your project. That's why they want you to put every single possibility that you can find. Nothing is done with it, it's just in your, it's just like when you do a municipality, comprehensive plan. You're just looking broadly, doesn't mean you're doing anything. That's all it is.
just as long as the
It's paper.
engineers don't have a whole lot of money to spend.
No, that does not bind you to any money, any project, anything like that. That is just identifying potential hazards in our town.
As long as the engineers don't spend money.
No,
looking
he
on
doesn't,
every
no, he
single
doesn't
thing.
have to, he's not even involved in that.
That's what he said.
They're all gonna
No,
know.
the engineer's not involved in
Yeah,
that.
here's,
No, I got no clue. Yeah, that's just, that's all.
Yeah,
I bet that's what. it is.
emergency managers are voted from the
right
phone.
here.
How many grants cover are you trying to get?
I told you that all the time, that's not part of this conversation.
That's why we went with the,
She says, I work very hard to
Yeah.
help people.
I saw a couple, I was like, oh my.
Hey, that's my mother, this is my mother's doctor.
Yeah, these two here are.
Get a lot of people working.
Hey, Pam,
You just said that.
Pam, can I make an appointment with you so we could just like look at this? Cause there's some stuff that you could give me that I need from here.
Okay.
Rather than, I mean, I could send this whole thing to you, but you don't have to do this whole thing. Cause I had time to read this over now. So we don't need to do SF
Tim's
424B.
looking at them, you can look at them.
Okay, how about,
Candy, this resume.
Now.
Where at?
Oh, you don't have any?
next week?
No, Pam has them in
Does
it.
you have it? Auditor's there this week,
Okay. Yeah, next week probably be a little bit better for me too.
Okay,
It's on
throw me a
Tuesday.
day.
Not
Friday.
No, Friday. Friday's my only day
We
off.
all
That's my only day
together
off.
without,
How about Wednesday?
Sure.
Okay.
Like about.
We don't have to advertise the interview.
No,
Just make copies.
no,
of
get
it.
my COVID shot.
Oh, for God's sake, how about
Instead of
Thursday, are you
the
gonna be
rest of
sick
it.
from your shot?
I better not be.
See, Tuesday's the food, we're doing the food bank again, so I can't do Tuesday.
Just make copies.
I think you weren't doing that till the 13th.
Next Tuesday is.
She'll meet you midnight, Thursday at midnight.
No, I've got two classes, yeah, Pam, we're gonna have to do midnight. Let me see what,
Let everybody
I don't have
know,
staff
make
that
sure
night.
that-
what about Thursday?
Yeah, we do have two good
Thursday's
candidates.
good,
And
once I get sick from COVID shot.
See, we can only get this so they
Well,
can.
call and just let me know if you're sick,
Maybe in
'cause
June.
I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell, yeah.
Let's go.
Give me a second. That would be the eighth.
what,
This girl,
Pam, that's,
she got some stuff going on.
who
Right,
is she?
Susan.
Right.
Yeah, she's one of them. Her and Michael,
okay, Easter Sunday.
Michael Strong, he's right there. He has them.
So that's tax day, Pam, that's on the fifteenth.
Let me know when you're gonna interview.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll just send a group text and,
Yeah.
Personnel.
you can make it, you can make it, it's not
Yes.
sorry.
Okay, let me see what else I got here.
We still in session here?
I think we should be doing that.
No? All right. Thank you all for coming.
Just make copies. I'm not gonna say we don't.
Charlie.